Today, we're going over manual import of transactions into your Vergo account. This is probably something you're already doing with your team, passing files back and forth, having people update job costing information to an Excel file, and getting after them on what has not been coded, manually finding the receipts, binding them to transactions in your ERP. It's a very time-consuming process, but we fixed it here in Vergo. And today we're going over one of two ways to bring them into Vergo, which is the manual import upload from your bank statement. We're going to start by creating a new card, downloading our transaction template, adding data to that template from our banking statement, and then uploading that transaction template directly into Vergo so we can see the data and work on it as a team. Let's get started. If I go to my transactions tab here in Vergo, you will see that I have no transactions. This is a fresh account. We're going to start from scratch. In order to bring in these transactions, we're going to first need to create credit cards. The software needs to know for this transaction, what card does it belong to? So we're going to create a card here first. You'll see that there's two in my account already. It has the last four digits for me to easily see here, their credit counts, and the nickname for those cards. So if I don't recognize the last four digits here, I know the card by its nickname, which is really easy to see who's the card holder, what is the card it's for. So let's go and create a new account and look at the options here. It gives me three. So linking to an American Express account, linking to a Visa or MasterCard account, or creating a new card for manual statement uploads. That's what we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and click that third option, create new card. Let's search for a user to bind this card to. Let's add it as a credit card. And then you could create any four digits you like and give the card a nickname. We can give the card a nickname here. You'll see a representation of that card populating here. And I have a couple other settings. I can default this card for every transaction has a vendor associated with it. So I can bind a defaulted vendor from my ERP to this card. Every time a transaction happens, it will pull that vendor in automatically. So I don't have to code it. If I have a business operating card that's just for purposes that always go to the same GL account, I can also default a GL account to all those expenses. So I never have to code them either. So I'm not actually going to create this card since I already have two in my account, but that's how easy it is to create a new card. Now that we've created our card, we can start pulling in some transactions. And the way our software pulls in transactions is it works from a template. So you give it its banking information, all the transaction information, you put it in our template, upload it, and then it will sort it out and populate it here. So let's find that template by clicking the import button at the top. Let's choose download this Excel template file for new transactions. Once I do that, I can open up my downloads folder here, and I can see two transactions here. I can see, or two files here. I can see the Chase bank statement, which are the banking statements that I downloaded previously that have all my transactions for this month that I'd like to pull in. And then I have my Vergo template. Let's open the template here and see what we're working with. So there are four columns that I have to populate in order for the template to upload correctly into the system. It is the date, the merchant, the last four digits, and the amount. I'm going to move this to the right of my screen so it's easy to move the data back and forth. And I'm going to upload my Chase banking statement, and I'm going to put this on the left of my screen so you can see what's going on here quite easily. All I need to do is move over those four fields to my Vergo template, and then I can upload this file. So let's begin by copying and pasting our date as well as our merchants. So I'm going to copy and paste the date, and I'm just going to paste the values. I'm also going to do that for the merchants. So copying and pasting the merchant over. Now I'm going to do the same for the amount field. Copy and paste the values. Now I have all my data over here, and the last thing I need to add, I can close my banking statement. The last thing I need to add is simply what card do I want to bind these transactions to? I would like to bind them to the 0987 card. Since I created that card in my account, I'm going to bind them here. I'm going to drag these for all of the transactions. I want them for that specific card. Going to save my template file. It's now been saved, and close it. Now we can go back to the Vergo dashboard and I can import that template file and it's going to populate here. So if I click that import button, I click upload, I find the template, I open it, you'll see that it's attached here with a check, or I can close that if I chose the wrong file and exit it. I'm going to click import. I'm going to bring those transactions into Vergo. It has all imported successfully, and now we can see them all here to be viewed beautifully. We can see the user for these. If I click on this specific line, I can see the amount, the vendor, the date, the cardholder, the card number, and then I can start populating this transaction with important finance information so my team can reconcile this transaction. They can add a receipt. They can close the books on it. All of the fields here are populating directly from my ERP. So my team comes in here and they start searching for jobs, cost items to add to this transaction. It's pulled directly from my account, no double data entry. So it's very easy to pull in transactions from your bank statement into Vergo for a smoother process. Importing banking transactions manually into your Vergo account. We went over creating a new card. We also showed you how to download the Vergo transaction template. We moved our bank statement data all the way over to that template so it could be uploaded. And finally, we uploaded that into our Vergo account so our team could work together collaboratively to code all of our transactions.